Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam Mckola and we are live. I hope you guys are all doing well because I am a little bit tired after travelling back from the kickoff. But Manchester United beat West Ham in remarkable fashion, in incredible scenes at the London Stadium. Manchester United getting 3 points there. Cristiano Ronaldo and Jesse Lingard with the goals. But David De Gea grabbing the headlines with a last-minute penalty save. When was the last time he saved a penalty in the Premier League for Manchester United? 2014, 7 years ago. I'm sure it was that one against Everton as well. 7 years since a penalty save from David De Gea in the Premier League. And boy, was it worth the wait. After some remarkable refereeing decisions, had seen United denied a penalty on a couple of occasions. Now, I think one of them was probably justified. One of them was a stonewall penalty. United didn't get either of them. And then we get that goal to go in front late on in the game through Jesse Lingard, returning to the club where he was there on loan last season and absolutely teared it up. Jesse Lingard gets a goal. And then it looked like we were about to throw 2 points away. And I'm not going to lie, I had already counted those points gone. I had already accepted Manchester United were going to draw 2-2. Because David De Gea's record from the penalty spot isn't great in terms of saving penalties or scoring them, as we saw in the Europa League final. But also because you saw the stat come up on Sky as Martin Noble stepped up. He hadn't missed the penalty. And he came off the bench to take it. And you're thinking, oh my God, this is set up perfectly for West Ham to grab a point here. But thankfully, and it was a remarkable save as Dave stretched himself to his left-hand side and saved the penalty. What a save it was. Manchester United get the 2-1 win. And you start to feel like 21 is coming, like Tyler says in the comments. And insane game today. And that referee, what a twat. What an idiot that referee is. Like, some of the decisions that I was seeing today were remarkable. But let's have a look at the game from start to finish. We'll be getting some of your comments in this video as well. Get your comments, get your super chats in. I'll read as many of those as possible out. And of course, let us know your thoughts on the way things are progressing in the league. We saw Manchester City drop points yesterday against Southampton. Liverpool beat Crystal Palace 3-0. Chelsea emphatically beat Tottenham 3-0 today, and Manchester United grabbing that 2-1 win at the London Stadium against West Ham. Now, a draw against West Ham, and you think, that's not that surprising actually, because that's a difficult place to go. They're in great form, etc., etc. But with them having played on Thursday, with them having no Antonio, Manchester United had to win this game. We had to win this game, and we did just that. And it didn't start off the way we would have liked. Well, the game did itself. 15 minutes in, United were dominating possession. We were looking like the team that were more likely to create something. We saw Bruno Fernandes hitting the post in the first half with a great volley. We were looking half decent. And then, out of nowhere, West Ham have a little spell. Benrahma gets a shot. It loops off Rafa Varane and goes into the net. The shot weren't going in the first place. Varane's there, being brave, trying to get in the way, trying to block the shot. But it takes a deflection and goes in. Beats David De Gea, who had already committed to go into where the shot was targeted for, to his left-hand side. But then the ball looped up to his right and he couldn't do anything about it. But we reacted to that. We reacted sharply and we got a goal back. Cristiano Ronaldo again poaching for Manchester United after a fantastic ball by Bruno Fernandes. Another pass by Bruno Fernandes for Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, we never got the assist this time because Ronaldo's first attempt was saved and then Ronaldo tucked in the rebound. But he should have got an assist for it because it was a fantastic pass. His pass against Young Boys was great. And this was another one. A fantastic pass by Bruno Fernandes to pick out Cristiano Ronaldo. And I don't know what you guys were thinking during the game, but I felt while watching the game that Bruno Fernandes has now started to take a more relaxed, not relaxed, because he's never relaxed, a more reserved position in the team. He's not as high up the field. Whether it was just an instruction for today's game because of how, combative West Ham can be in the middle of the park, Whether it was just for today's game, but you are seeing more of Bruno Fernandes as the creator rather than Bruno Fernandes as the main man that's going to score the goals. And you're seeing a different Bruno Fernandes, someone that is looking for those passes more often than not. One of the frustrating things about Bruno Fernandes for me last season was, at times, maybe when he could have passed, he didn't pass. Now, you get loads of goals out of him. I think it was like 39, goals and assists, maybe more for Manchester United last season. I lost count, as did everybody else. But, like, sometimes you could tell he was bearing the responsibility of, I am the goal scorer. I'm going to look to shoot from everywhere. And at the moment, because we've got Cristiano Ronaldo leading the line, he is picking up positions now where he's looking to find those passes for Cristiano Ronaldo. And we're seeing a partnership brewing. Now, obviously, Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes know each other. They play together for Portugal. But we haven't even seen this kind of link up from them for Portugal too often. And we've seen it in consecutive games from them. And Bruno Fernandes, with his passing ability, is looking really good. And as Thomas says in the comments, you've also got Pogba as well, who's got 7 assists. An incredible record of 7 assists this season already. And he's another player there that can find Ronaldo, find those players in the final third. And having Bruno and Pogba there is incredible for Manchester United, because we're able to hopefully create more chances. Now, today, we did create chances, in my opinion. We should have maybe won the game a little bit more. We should have had a penalty as well. The first penalty shot that was rejected was remarkable for me. I haven't seen the second one as much, but the first one for me was a joke of a decision. An absolute joke of a decision. And we saw a decision yesterday in the Manchester City-Southampton game where Kyle Walker's tackled, I think it was Armstrong, and brought him down. It was a clear stonewall penalty. The referee gives it and VAR overturns it. And then today, we see, I can't remember who the player was. It may have been Kufal, but I might be wrong. Stick his leg out as Cristiano Ronaldo changes direction. Now, if you want to say Ronaldo's on the way down or whatever, cool, whatever. But the guy's put his leg out and obstructed Ronaldo and brought him down. Ronaldo's going past him, if not. And he's in the box and he's beating him. It was a penalty. A stonewall penalty. And the ref doesn't give it. And then VAR doesn't give it. And we're seeing this weird thing at the moment where the refereeing's gone from being too harsh to just being too soft, letting things go that shouldn't be allowed to go. We saw it with Bruno Fernandes getting fouled. Now, me at the time, I said in that Southampton game, when Southampton's goal came, I think it was a Southampton game, when Bruno Fernandes got fouled, I didn't think that was a foul. You look back at it and you probably think he's gone through the player there. You know what I mean? It's a clear foul. Wasn't given. You're seeing idiotic decisions now because referees are trying to allow things to go, and now they're going too far. You want to see a more physical game in the Premier League, but VAR is here to overrule these kind of decisions. Bruno getting fouled, Ronaldo getting fouled in the box today, and it's not happening. It's ridiculous stonewall penalties for Cristiano Ronaldo, and I have no doubt if that's in the other box and one of their players goes down, the referee's blowing up. Because maybe there's a reputation, isn't there? Maybe he wants to be famous to allow, I didn't give Cristiano Ronaldo a penalty or something. Stupid. Adam says Van der Beek start Wednesday. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And I expect he would do. Look at Pogba's challenge on Zuma, so inconsistent. Was that the one that Pogba pulled out of and Zuma just went over? Yeah, another poor decision. Tim with the super chat says VAR screwed us, but David saved us. This refereeing is such a joke. Looking forward to facing West Ham again in the League Cup match. Thank you very much for your super chat, Tim. And me too. I'm looking forward to every game as they come now. That's how it feels to be a Man United fan at the moment. Even after that disappointing result against Young Boys, I was looking forward to today's game because I thought we'd get a positive result. And we did just that in the end. Although during the game, my nerves were tested. John B says, do you still sing the Fellaini chant? Sat near you in the Stretford end. No more Fellaini chants. Maybe if he returns to Old Trafford one day, we'll sing a song for him. Former officials probably laughing at Stockley Park when saying nah to those fouls. Says another comment. Sorry, I missed the name. The comments have moved on for me. But yeah, again, a poor refereeing decisions today. Fortunately, they didn't cost us in terms of the result. Man United still got the result in today's game, so absolutely delighted with that. The refereeing decision didn't cost us in the end. Cost Cristiano Ronaldo a goal or two, though. Alex says, watching from Jamaica. Keep up the good work, Adam. Thank you very much, Alex. Hope you're doing well. Thank you to everybody that is tuned in to us right now. Make sure you're hitting that like button, you're commenting, you're sharing, and you're subscribing. We'll be trying to make this more regular thing. When I'm not with the guys on the match days, I'll be doing a live video when I get in, or a Gazette the day after, depending on what time the game is. So make sure you're keeping it locked for that. We got Premier League Piss Take coming up tomorrow. We got the Paddock podcast coming up tomorrow. We got loads more content coming your way. The news in the morning as well. So make sure you're subscribing for that. Hit that like button on this video too. We'll be here for a little bit longer discussing the game today. Huge win for Manchester United and a huge goal for Jesse Lingard as well. After that mistake that he made in midweek against Young Boys, giving the ball away, allowing Young Boys to score, allowing Young Boys to take the 3 points. He was brought on as a substitute today with around 17 minutes to go. He came on as a substitute for Paul Pogba. And I looked at Twitter. I heard a few people moaning about the substitute. Why is Paul Pogba going off? Remember, all his substitutions were criticised by me and a lot of others midweek. They were poor decisions. And today, his decision worked because it won us the game. Paul Pogba, who's an influential player, yes, was replaced by Jesse Lingard, who won the game for Manchester United. So you have to give credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for that substitution because it worked in the end. We also saw Jadon Sancho come on and Nemanja Matic come on towards the end of the game as well. Jadon Sancho getting some more minutes under his belt for Manchester United, and that would have felt good for him today, even though he wasn't directly involved, scoring the goal or saving the penalty. Coming on with 17 minutes to go, winning the game, he will feel that and he'll gain confidence from that. So yeah, fantastic. Brian says, and it was Matic who played Lingard in. Pogba was poor today, says Gaza. Does Jesse start now, says Ishant? I imagine he'll still be used as an impact substitute, but he'd start against West Ham on Wednesday, won't he? For sure. I think he'll start there. Van der Beek blanked Fred after he came off. I'd like to blank Fred. Bloody hell. He's not... I don't like to, get on players' backs too much, but Fred hasn't been great for Manchester United of late. And he needs to just sort it out, really. We need players in those positions to be playing well. Fred was awful in his passing, says Farouk. 22 says Fred was poor. Little Big Man says the defender does not get the ball, takes Ronaldo's legs out, yet no penalty. Ronaldo should have had 2 pens. Horrible ref. 4 goals in 3 games. Well, how many games? Yeah, 3 games since he's been back, isn't it? 4 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a cheat code, isn't he? An absolute cheat code. We got Adeo watching from Kenya. Thank you for tuning in. We got Patrick saying Fred dives in far too often. Yeah, and then he's caught out and we've got space in behind. It's not good at all. Mckola says 21 with a question mark. Fingers crossed 21 is, of course, coming. Hopefully Cavani is in the squad on Wednesday, says Sushmit. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did allude to the fact that Cavani should be involved in this team on Wednesday. Hopefully he's back. Hopefully he's fit enough. And it'd be great to see Edison. Let's think of an 11 that we could put in for the week, for the midweek game. So as we've just seen, you've said Cavani could start, Donny van der Beek, Jesse Lingard could start. So those are 3 players already. Anthony Martial is going to start, you'd imagine. So you got Martial, Cavani, Lingard, Donny van der Beek, who should be starting. You'd expect McTominay may start to get more fitness under his belt. Phil Jones may start, as Niall has commented in the comments below. I imagine Ronaldo won't start. Mata, says another one. You've got that problem then where if you're starting Donny, you're starting Jesse, you're starting Marshall, you're starting Cavani. Where does Mata fit into that? Delo, another one who should start. You could probably got Delo, Lindelof, Bailly, Tellez, if he's fit enough. Dean Henderson in the back. Then you'd go with McTominay, Donny van der Beek. You could even put a 4-3-3. McTominay, Van der Beek and Jesse, but probably be a little bit too open that. People want to see Sancho start. Could be a good game for Sancho to start. Altered shape says Greenwood up top. I'd imagine that depends on Cavani's fitness. If we want to give Cavani minutes, Greenwood's already played a lot this season. If you want to give Cavani minutes and you want to give Martial minutes, it's going to be difficult to start him, isn't it? India says, can Cavani and Ronaldo play together? Like a 3-4-1-2? I think they could. Or Ronaldo off, even in a 4-2-3-1, you could have Ronaldo on the left, Cavani through the middle. You would have the movement of Cavani, and Ronaldo would be able to interchange as well. And you've also seen Cavani, like when he was at PSG, start out in one of the wider areas as well. Ashbeck says, what's your thoughts on Matic? He played well when he came on today and got an assist. Yeah, great for him to get an assist in his short cameo. He came on in the 88th minute, but we did win the game. He got an assist, so can't complain about his substitutes appearance. 2 of the 3 substitutes that came on, goal and an assist. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's subs changing the game. People want to see a classic 4-4-2. It's never going to happen, is it? Did you see the spectacular from Ronnie Clearing? Says Ian, the overhead kick on the edge of his box. Yep, I seen it. He's been hanging around Eric Bailly too long, hasn't he? Would bringing in Rice mean we could play a single pivot, do you think? Says just no. Obviously, he plays in a 4-2-3-1 at the minute with Souček next to him. But I do think, and even for England, he occasionally plays with one next to him. But I do think he could grow into a player that can play that 6th position on his own. Cavani's movement is brilliant. Others need to learn and watch, says Soulman. So is Cristiano Ronaldo's, to be fair. When you look at him for that goal, his goal against Newcastle, his first one, the movement there is incredible. Like, it looks like a tap-in, but Ronaldo's movement makes that because he's anticipating Greenwood's shots coming in. He's anticipating the keeper could save it. It could hit the post, and he's running in looking for a bit of action, and he gets it. A lot. How many times do you see a keeper spill the ball close to him and then smother it and get back on it? And he is giving them no opportunity to do that, because as soon as they drop it a little bit, he's straight onto them. So yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo and Cavani's movement, immense. And look how great it is for the likes of Rashford, the likes of Greenwood, the likes of Martial, the likes of, Ahmad coming through. All these players at Man United to learn from these players. Absolutely fantastic. No, Lindelof cannot play. Yeah, I don't want to see Lindelof in midfield. Thank you very much. We need to get an out-and-out player in there. Thoughts on Maguire, says Varane. I thought he was poor with his distribution of the ball at times today. Gave the ball away a few times, overhit it a few times. Defensively, didn't do much wrong though. And that's what you judge your defenders on. But yeah, he's usually better with the ball in terms of bringing it forward. And there was a few passes that were like, what the hell are they? But I'm not going to get onto Harry Maguire too much. I think his form has been a lot better. And obviously you got early start to the season. Maybe not as much fitness in the legs. So I get it. And it was towards the end of the game where he started giving passes away. And maybe you could say his legs were heavy and all those kind of things. Manish says Ronaldo was defending too. Yeah, I've seen more from Ronaldo that I maybe expected since his comeback, to be honest with you. I thought he would have just been poaching up top. He's been the full package at the moment. Absolutely loving it. Surev says, I seriously doubt if Ollie understands what Fred is missing on the pitch. Been a big advocate for him, but it appears he's too rigid. Fred makes us bad. Matt says, are you worried about Sancho's lack of impact on the team so far? I'm not worried, no. Early days for him. I thought against Newcastle in the first half, he looked okay. He looked half decent. I'm not going to say he looked great. He looked half decent. But I think it's early. He came in to training with United. He was ill. Give him some time, and I think he'll be all right. At the moment, he's not having to step up. At the moment, the pressure's not on him as well, which is good. So hopefully that'll mean the performances will follow. I'm confident they will, though. And like we were mentioning earlier about the team for the cup game, maybe starting Sancho in that would be a good one, because if he can get a goal or something, make himself feel comfortable, get his feet under the table, yeah, he'll be well at it. But I wouldn't stress about Jadon Sancho. He'll be all right. But look, we're nearly done for today. All in all, what a day it's been. Cristiano Ronaldo, 4th goal for United since his return in 3 games, looking like a proper poacher in there and looking like it was the right decision to bring him home. Jesse Lingard getting a winning goal for Manchester United, but it was David De Gea who grabbed the headlines with a first penalty save in 7 years in the Premier League. What a save it was as well to give Manchester United the 3 points in the 94th, 5th minute. Go on, Dave. Absolutely great result for Manchester United today. The performance was okay in parts, can improve in other parts, but we'll do that as the season pushes on. Some more big games coming up this week. We got West Ham and Aston Villa at Old Trafford. West Ham this week in the Cup at Old Trafford, and then we got Villa in the Premier League game, and it will be alongside, who is it, Chelsea and Man City playing at the same time. Imagine a draw there, United win. Ooh, could be a good weekend next weekend. Fingers crossed we can keep it up. We've got to keep that momentum up though, because it's a big win today, and you know, if we're going pace for pace with Chelsea and Liverpool and City, you know, we've already gained more points on Manchester City. You know, Liverpool, hopefully they'll start dropping points. Chelsea will start. But we've got to try and keep the pace with these teams while they're winning games. And hopefully in a few weeks we'll be setting the pace. But yeah, great start. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you later.